Alright, people. Alright, the time has finally come. I'm doing this, as you can read the title. Yes, I watched Avatar. Yeah, okay. That's right. I watched the Avatar The Last Airbender live action remake on Netflix. I was gonna do reaction to it, but with my laptop not working and all, I'm just gonna do a review on my phone. Got some tea, because I'm gonna spill some tea. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it great? Was it shit? That's all we're here for, aren't we? Alright, to be fair, it was good for what it was. Let me just clarify. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was good. I know some people are gonna say different shit. And I can tell you, I was feeling that way when I first started. That boy, like around like the first, literally, like around the third, fourth episode, I was feeling that way. But I didn't want to be biased and and just put like my thoughts from what I know from the original into why is it not the same? Do you get what I mean? So I ignored what I know from the original and just went in knowing it will be different. And after that, I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was different. Yes, it was different. I can tell you that it was different. That's true. There was a lot of changes. First of all, one of the major changes, it was more of a serious tone. It was more of a serious tone. That I can tell you. It was more of a serious tone because in the original cartoon, it was more childish and was literally like a kid, and he was just goofing off. Even Sokka wasn't even too serious, and it's like, there was so much like just comic relief and stupidity, and they were just enjoying their time as children. But like here, it was gritty. It was more like we went through trauma, and it's like now we're like supposed to be strong and tough. Like, you know what I mean? So, oh yeah, it was definitely more serious. Like, but it felt weird because it's supposed to be serious. If that's what you're going for, fine. But they're children. Of course they're gonna goofballs. Like, of course they're gonna be goofy and like, childish and all that shit. Like, it felt weird having children actors being serious and all that. I don't know. That's just me personally. I don't know. Because it felt weird to me because it's like they were trying to be serious and all that, but they're children. You know what I mean? No matter what, children is going to be childish. Like, a kid's always going to be childish no matter what. So it's like, yeah. So it just felt weird to me that they were trying to make it serious. They should have just done older actors if they were going to make it serious. And it would have still worked out fine. It would have still been good. I'm not going to lie. It was good. Okay? That's just me personally. But it was still good. But they changed a lot, fam. They cut out a lot. So, in the beginning, it was literally like almost one for one. The beginning was almost one for one with Aang stuck in the eyes, Katara and Sokka finding him, and all that. Zuko following them leaving to the air nomad, to the southern air temples. and then them finding it in ruins, um, them finding Momo, and all that. It was like almost one for one, and them going to finding the Kyoshi temple with the warriors and all that. So it was almost one for one. They just cut out. Sorry, they just cut out like all the side goofiness, childish shit that I was telling you about, because they changed it completely. That's what I'm saying. It's more serious. They cut out when they were riding the penguins, when Aang was riding the penguin with the kids in the south, in the southern water tribe. They cut out when literally the moment where they were captured by the warriors, right before they were captured by the warriors, where Aang was riding what was it, the koi fish or something, or the yeah, and him swimming in the water, him playing with the kids again, yeah. When they were resting, and what was it, Zuko just sleeping in the sleeping bag, and then Aang like was pretending to, like, there was a snake to wake him up or some shit. Or what was it? He was pretending there was like some kind of insect or something to wake him up. Oh yeah, and also Zuko's reaction to Appa, because remember in the original, it was they met Appa at the iceberg, not later when they went to the north. They met him, or in the south, I mean. They met him in the iceberg, and then didn't he sneeze, and like all the boogers came to Sokka. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all the childish stuff, they took it out, but like it was still cool because they make it serious. And then like the running joke, like that Appa can fly, and it's like Sokka doesn't believe it, and it's like, because he's just going in the water because he's tired. And then later when Katara and him leave to go to Aang, they go with Appa, and then it's like, oh my god, like, you know what I mean? And he was like thinking, oh my god, this is cool. Like, so it's like they cut all that out, but the way they did it, I still liked it. Like, it was fine. Like, the first few was fine. The first three was fine. Then this is where the changes get like more, you can see it a bit more. Cause like the beginning, it was like almost, like literally almost one for one. They just tweaked it here and there. But in the Warriors of Kyoshi, that's where Sokka finds Suki. But they never mentioned her by name. Like, what? But she becomes a more prominent character later. So they never mentioned her by name, because she was the leader of the Kyoshi's warriors. But they never mentioned her by name. So that was, I don't know, that was a little weird for me. Like, I don't know. But like, I don't know what they were thinking with that choice, but like, okay. First, let me go back now. I'm gonna go back to say one thing that I liked. I liked how they gave us the 100-Year War. Like, no, like the beginning of the war, before Aang literally got frozen in ice, and like, you know, and like we saw like them destroying the air nomad, and like the air temples, and then like, you know, like the start of the war. I liked that. That's interesting. That was interesting, like the whole flashback at the beginning. Excuse me. Okay, and the beginning, they did the opening, which was cool. The original opening, you know, where they show like, you know, Earth. I mean, what is it? Yeah, Earth, water, Earth, fire, air. The four nations, you know what I mean. Okay. And then the narration where they say the four nations lived in harmony until the five nations 100 years ago. It's like the only one who can is now is the Avatar, but he vanished 100. You get what I mean? All right. But I like how like they it's like it was weird when they did it because they did it, but instead of mentioning it about Aang's avatar and then him vanishing, they mentioned just in general, like, about the avatars, which was weird. And then, that's why it was weird, because, and then they cut it halfway, and then, like, later, we got it as an exposition through Gran, mentioning that 100 years ago the Avatar vanished and we went into... Yeah, that was weird. Like, it was like a half and half, because it was half in the intro, and then half within the show we got as an exposition. Like, I don't know. As a fan, that felt wrong. That felt wrong. Like, I felt that. Like I don't know. It's just me being like a nitpick. But honestly, that felt wrong to me. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Also, talking about that, let's talk about. I don't know why, but like, it's not really a big thing, but to me, it's just, I know it's gonna be a nitpick, but it felt weird to me that them not mentioning that Gran is their grandma, like, you know, Katara and Sokka's grandma. I don't know, it felt weird to me, but it's not a big thing. Like, I don't know, they never mentioned the relationship of Gran to them, cause she's their grandma. But it's like, it felt weird to me that they never mentioned that. But like, I don't know. But like, I still enjoyed it. Okay, let's talk about where it really changed. Where it really changed is when we went to Amashu. Oh, that's where it really changed, because what the hell? Fam, they did that. They just smooshed so much into fucking one. That's all I can say. They smooshed so much stuff into one. Oh boy, the Amashi. How do I put it? So they did the stuff in the Mashu, fine, cool. They put the jet stuff there too. Yeah. Which was also weird. They also did the glider stuff when Aang finds like a group of people who flies with gliders. They added that when that's also down the line as well. And then the biggest change of all, which hurt me so much, was the Cave of Two Lovers. The secret tunnels. What the okay. Why? Why? If you know, you can know. Like, that hurt me so much. Nah, I'm not joking. That hurt me. Because that was a pivotal moment in Aang's and Katara's relationship. But, like, they ruined that. Why? And they made it between... And they literally did Katara and Sokka instead. Why? And their love for each other as siblings. yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Now that I mentioned it, the romance between Katara and Aang is not there. Is not there at all. Like I didn't see it until the flipping end. First of all, like I didn't even see it until the very end when when they were in the north and yeah, but it's like and Katara was like trying to call him back from the Avatar state where when he consumed the ocean spirit and became the giant rage monster. Anyways, but still, yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot. I don't know. That's just me personally, but for what it is, it's okay, I guess. But yeah, Boomy was cool. All right. All right, let's talk about the one change that I actually like. The one change that I actually like. And that's Princess Azula. Oh boy. She wasn't even in season 1 in the beginning. She only came at the end of the in the Northern Water Tribe at the end of the when they got to the Northern Water Tribe at the end. Because at the end, wasn't it when we saw when her dad was telling her, I want you for a mission. But like, you get what I mean. She didn't even come until the end. But like, I love this change where we see, you know, like her background or like her backstory to the point where we see her in season 2 and 3, how she's like so out, like going crazy. I think this is her getting to that. Like we see, like, you know, because it's like it's showing, like, you know, like how like she's like literally feels like she's in her brother's shadow, you know, and that her dad doesn't see her full potential and stuff, and is like, is Zuko this, Zuko that, and it's like she's getting that rage. You know what I mean? So it's like, and it's fueling her energy and stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's weird, but I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. What else? The relationship between Zuko and Uncle Iroh, yo, on point. I'm not gonna lie, on point. On point. I loved that as well. And it's like, the only one thing I didn't like is Aang doesn't fucking know waterbending. What the fuck? And how the fuck did Katara just learn waterbending when the whole point she was coming to the north was to find a master? Like, what? Yeah, that's just fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie, because if you remember correctly, in the beginning, in the actual cartoon, in the beginning, Aang knew waterbending. He just needed to learn it so like he can like properly use it, but he knew fucking waterbending. But it's like, yeah, this is just so weird, and it's like, what? Okay, I like the ending where they're teasing Sozin Comet. Alright, okay. I understand they don't give us the countdown, because in the original cartoon they mention it's 3 years, and it's like the whole show is a ticking time bomb. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's cool, it's calm, because this is a live action. God knows if they're even gonna do a season 2, and it's like the actors are gonna be flipping older and shit. So fair enough. Like, they don't give us a ticking time bomb. That's understandable. But like, oh my god. Okay, let's just, yeah, but it's like, it's just weird. And And then where the fuck is Appa and Momo? Like we don't even see them that much. I'm not even joking. It's like they're not there, but they're there, but they're not there. Like, you know what I mean? And then it's like also, um, um, right? Yeah, it's cool. Like, yeah, it's cool. Like I understand they had to take a lot of stuff down because they only did like what 8 episodes, so they had to condense like the 20 flipping episodes into like almost less than half. So it's like dude, like they had to cut so much shit out. But they also put stuff from season 2 and season 3 in there, which was a bit weird. Yeah, and like and they shoehorned a lot of stuff in the middle, which is just was a bit weird, but okay. But I like how they gave us like the flashbacks. Like they given us so much flashbacks. Like the whole Zuko's flashback, you know, the flashback with To the War, Katara's flashback, what other flashbacks was there? Oh, the funeral to Iroh's son. Yo, this was mad. It was cool. This is good. This is what we need to expand it, but like keep it the same, but like just to expand it a bit. Like it was cool. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was cool. Like it was good. I liked it for what it was. Like the actors did a good job. I'm not gonna lie. Like they might not be perfect because it's kid actors. What do you expect? But like it was good for what it was. It was good. Alright. Yeah, that's it. What else can I say? It was different, but I liked it for what it was. There was some weird parts, like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There was like weird choices to make. But some of it I liked. Like bringing Azula early, showing her motivations and all that. That was cool. That was cool. You know. Like the cave of the cave of two lovers stuff. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling it. Because it's like, you know, what you gonna do now to show Katara and Aang's relationship or romance, you know? Or are they not gonna do it? I don't know. Like it was a bit weird. Okay, and when we got to the Northern Water Tribe at the end, the whole thing was just long, man. Because in the cartoon, when Zhao kills the moon spirit and Aang becomes the goes into the Avatar states and take over the ocean spirit and becomes vengeance. It's like right away doesn't Princess Yuri just transfer her moon spirit into the fish, into the moon spirit, and brings back the moon quickly. This shit took forever, fam. Cause it's like I'm just thinking like when is it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? It's like cause it was forever. Cause in the cartoon it's just like a little 1-2 dash here and there, the Fire Nations and stuff, and then quickly we got the moon back because Princess Yuri realized she didn't realize, Iroh realized, because he can feel the energy, and said, you have the moon spirit in you, and then she realized, okay, let me do this, and it's like, you just do it quickly. But in the live action now, Iroh wasn't even there, and it's like, she didn't even realize until, like, later. Like, yeah, and it's like, yeah, it took a time, and the way they flipping did Aang as the vengeance spirit, bro was Godzilla. Like what? Nah, jokes. And it wasn't even like it wasn't even like controlled, because in the cartoon it was more controlled and he was actually going for the Fire Nation, but here he was just going everywhere. Like, so it was a bit weird, and it was like out of control here, and he was bro with Godzilla or some shit. Like, yeah, that was just weird. That felt a bit off. I'm not gonna lie, that felt a bit off. Okay, but the Avatar state. Let's get into the Avatar state stuff. On point, on point, on point. And then the whole thing with Kiyoshi taking over and him helping it. Yo, let's go. All right, yo, that was actually sick. I don't think they did that in the cartoon. No, they didn't. Yeah, but that was sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That was a cool change. Yeah, yeah, it was okay. I liked it. It was cool for what it was. If we get a second season, I would be happy. If we get a second season, I would watch it. It's definitely, I can say to you 100%, definitely better than the fucking movie that we got in 2010. But it still needs work in progress for another adaptation for another day. But it's there. It's good. I'm just like, it's not 100%, but it's good. I liked it for what it was. It was cool. Like, if you look at it as its own thing, it's good. Like, yeah. Don't look at it as a direct copy of The Last Airbender. Just look at it as its own thing and just enjoy it for what it is. That's what I did. And I enjoyed it. It was pretty decent. But there's still some flaws in it. Because it's like, look, the one flaw that I don't like in it is just like, we know we're gonna have to. Kiyoshi is the one who told him he's gonna have to save the Northern Water Tribe. So this whole time we're going to the north. Why aren't we training? You see what I mean? So by the time we get there, he knows a bit of water bending. Like, even though Kitara is not like perfect herself, she could have helped him as well. You know what I mean? And they could have done it together and start training together on the way there. You know what I mean? And then the whole thing was Kitara. Like, she didn't know that much, and she was training a bit on the way, but she didn't even train that much to be a fucking master by the end. She literally went to the north to get a master, and she was even asking for help. Like, and then all of a sudden now she knows. What the fuck? Nah, that don't make no sense, fam. Like, you see what I mean? It's like, even though it's good for its own thing, it still don't. It's still like, there's like, it's just weird for itself. Like, it did not make no sense. I'm just saying. Like, and Aang knew this whole time they knew they were going to the Northern Water Tribe to help to save the attack. So wouldn't they just be training along the way? Like, where are you not to be training? Like, you see what I mean? That's why we need the in-betweens to help us get there. Like, it wasn't deserved to be getting there to the point where she knows how to be waterbending now, fam. Although that fight was sick, though, I'm not gonna lie. The fight when she was fighting the old dude, the master, that fight was cool. I'm not gonna lie, but like, it was a bit odd. Yeah, they could have done it better. So it's like, yeah. So if season 2 comes out, I will be gladly watching it. So yeah, and that's gonna be Earth now, and then we're gonna get tough and all that. Oh, ooh. Anyways, I'm just thinking about like what we're gonna get for season 2. Anyways, if it comes out, if they do a season 2, I don't know, with the mixed reception that everybody's given. With the it's mixed reception. It's like, I wouldn't say it's like one of the shittier. It's not one of the shittier live actions. It's like up there, but it's not up there. Like, you see what I mean? It's like decent. It's just decent, and it's nice. Like, yeah. We still have long ways to do live adaptations of cartoons. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's my take on this shit. Other than that, like I don't know what else to say. It was cool. And like, okay. There was also one thing there's one more thing that I want to say that I liked about it. The whole thing with Zuko, like how the people on his ship is from the 41 division. That was the people that was going to be executed or sacrificed in the plans, but then he sticked up for them, and then so when his dad banished him, he said, "Take them with you." That was deep. And then the respect they gave him after that, that's just dumb. That was deep. And we can see and the way they showed Aang and his friendship, even though it's like Zuko's not fully there yet, and it's like, yeah, and the change is not fully there yet, but they were talking, and he gave him a bit of respect before going back to like kindness is weakness or some shit, and like, you know, started attacking him. But you know what I mean, or compassion. That's the word they used, yeah. And then he started fighting him. But it's like, but Aang can see it. Aang can see it that he's just hurt, you know. And they're gonna get there eventually. Anyways, yeah. But that's down the line. That's down the line. Yeah. Yeah, but that's down the line. I can't wait for all that. Anyways, yeah, that's it pretty much. Yeah, that's all I had to say. Like, it was like they should have done a bit more episodes. It feels a bit rushed. You need time to breathe, and you need the time to spend with the characters. So it's like we have like an arc with them, you know? Yeah. Like, I know you're trying to make it serious, but it's like Aang's supposed to be a child, but they're making him serious. Like, it's like it just feels weird, because the whole point of that is like, in the beginning they're like childish because they're kids and all that, but then through their experience and everything, then they realize, okay, we need to be serious as shit. So then that's where we get to with book 3 Fire and season 3, and that's where we get with season 3, where it's like, yo, time to get shit done. Like, but you're having the season 3 them already in season 1. Like, you see what I mean? So it's like, where's the character arc? Where's the character development? It's just, it feels weird to me. It felt off, but it's like, I'd rather have it with adults than children, and then that would make more sense, because an adult would be at least more serious. Like, you know what I mean? Or like, at least someone older than like a teen. Maybe someone who's like, maybe, I don't know, like maybe 20 something, rather than a flipping 12, 13, 14 years old. You see what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So it's like, yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's a bit weird. But besides that, it's good. It's great. It's cool. I would recommend you watch it like as well. Like, it's cool. I don't mind it. And there's a lot of like Easter eggs, and it's just like, yeah, there's a lot of like moments you would remember from the cartoon, and it's like, yeah. And it's nostalgia. It's nostalgia. Yeah, it's kind of nostalgic, because it's like, yeah, it gives you that nostalgia feel from watching it on Nickelodeon back in the day, or wherever you watched it. If you watched it online, or someone who's watched it on Netflix or something, like, you know what I mean? But you get my point. Anyways, peace.